Hello, good afternoon. I trust you're all well in the time of this lockdown, and you're keeping well. It's a little video to give you things a little bit better. Anyway, the other week I was in Ryde and one of my local sci-fi shops. I had to look, and I came I've got these 5 books based on the Gerry Anderson vintage comic collection. Now I've got 5 to show you. The first one is this one. Let me just bring it closer so you can see it. So that's what they look like. The second one is that one. The third one you've got dedicated to Stingray, really. The fourth one is a Captain Scarlet one, and the fifth one again is Back to Thunderbirds. Now, if I remember rightly, I remember this being advertised as a rule. If I remember rightly, no, wrong one. Where are we? Is it gone? In the first one, I remembered it. I actually remember. I opened up the first bit, and you have this inside. Now, this is from the Century 21 comics, and I do actually remember applying for this, where you get how would I describe it? Oh, excuse me. You could apply. You could actually order these issues online, and on the back here you've got these. These are what you could actually order, subscribe to, but I don't think it went that well, unfortunately, which was a shame, because I remember asking for it. And I'll just show you. It just shows you how many inside here. It just shows you how many books you could actually get. Basically from 65 to 1973, all the stuff that you could get and whatever. And then there's a little story. And then there's a little storyline here. It just says basically inside every volume what the stories would be and what was involved with it, basically. And then there was another one. Again, just bear with me a minute. You know, basically you had all the Anderson stuff really that he made. And hang on, I'll go that way. Hang on, I'll go this way. Bear with me a minute. I'll go that way first of all. The Anderson universe, basically. What was what, and 2, it gives you like a timeline. Bear with me a minute. It's not playing ball at the moment. It gives you a timeline. Where is it? He's all gone Pete Tom. That's what I want. It basically gives you the timeline of a genius, basically, from when he was born, right through to the first, making the series and whatever, until up to his unfortunate death due to Alzheimer's. And it also gives away looking and all stuff like that. Anyway, enough of that said. Excuse me if I'm waffling on a bit today, but I wasn't quite really sure how to really come about it. So that's that. The vintage comic inside, but obviously you can't get no more. Going back tells you on here. Let me get my glasses on a minute. Bear with me a second. That's better. The stories are from Alan Fennell, illustrated by Frank Bellamy. Original published by Century 21 issues 52 to 58, January 15th of January, 26th of January, 2066. See, these are all the issues. These came out as the Eagle Moss. These were under the Eagle Moss collections. So I'll just show you some of the pictures that were inside. As you open up the first book, you've got that inside. Basically, all the stories: UFO Space 1999, Captain Scott, Stingray, all the normal stuff, and then obviously you've got and you've got some of the stories, different comic storylines. You know, they've been retouched and stuff. Rather pretty good. But then, as we go along, where are we? And then basically, along the lines there, you've got the adventures in the 21st century from Gerry, TV21, right up to New Captain Scarlet Part 1. So there was a story going on all the time, and also there was also Super Marination there, basically to do with the Secret Service. So that's Volume 1. In Volume 2, you know, there's more adventures here. I'll just show you that again. And basically the there's this behind the scenes Frank Bellamy Part 2, just telling him how he went about drawing all that sort of bit. Then also there will be, just bear me a little bit, then a bit more on Gerry's story, the family divided, all stuff like that. You know, all stuff like that really about Gerry. Again, that's pretty good. Right, number 3. No, number 3. This one is Stingray. Again, pretty good. You know, there's some good stuffs in here. How it's been retouched and how it was back in the day. Pretty pleased with that. That's pretty reasonable. I'll just see if there's any more I can show you, which I find pretty good. Oh, the model inside Stingray. Not many people have that. Well, that's the model inside Stingray. I think they had a built in under the skin of Stingray. And then you got there another lot one, and you got like the US Army, which looks like to me a follow story up from what was going to be in Thunderbirds eventually. So that's number 3. Right, number 4 was basically dedicated to Captain Scarlet and the Mysterons. Really good here. My only critique on this one really is basically, you've got Under the Armour of the SPV. I thought it was pretty interesting, quite interesting. But going back to page 21, where is it? I'm getting close to it, there we go, Captain Scarlet. Now on there, my only critique there basically is it's got Captain Scarlet and Mr. Ons, Captain Scarlet, and you've got Captain Black. But if you look closely, now we all know Captain Black wore black, but looking at that, he's got a blue uniform. But with this little story, you've got a little with this particular, the story's called We Will Destroy Unity City. But on the previous page, oh come on, it's not going to play ball, is it? Yeah, on this page you've actually got a little bit of tie-in there with Stingray or Marineville, and then also you've also got another tie-in with the XL5 basically towards the end of the story. Well, that's pretty good, but you know, quite happy with it. I know that I tried to do this myself. I remember trying to subscribe to it, but it obviously didn't fail. It failed abysmally, so it didn't have. And the final one is another one of, again, it's back to Thunderbirds there, the collection 5. It's just a shame they didn't bring more out. Because looking at the back, Volume 6 would have been 3 complete adventures from 5XL5. You know, I forget when this was being done personally, but again, no, I don't think there's any. Excuse me. Now these look like definitely Century 21 drawings, and they all come out as you probably remember if you had them. You know, you've got all that lot there. I'm really not sure how I'm going to go about this in one set or another. Just bear with me a second. Oh, there we go. The Pod of Thunderbird 4. Now, probably a lot of you fans probably know all about this, but it's giving you an insight of Pod 4 on what's in Thunderbird 4 and stuff like that, really. So this is, that's one final bit more of the story. I will get around to reading it properly, but that's basically my review on that. Sorry it's been a bit doo-dah-dally today, as I didn't really know how to go about this. Obviously in this time I just say stay safe, keep well, and if you like what you see, please subscribe. Always happy to answer your questions. So if you want to answer my questions, it's paulhigh68@gmail.com. So please don't be afraid to answer your questions. Anyway, I must go. FAB SIG PWR, glowing out. Paul Hyde out.